Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we talk about nested loop in Java. So the objective is to help you understand what is exactly nested loops in Java. So we'll see how we can add another loops inside a loops, and we do a case study by giving you how to print some patterns and table using nested loops. So by definition, a loops inside another loops. We can call nested loops a loops inside another loops. So usually we need this kind of nested loops where we want to print a matrix or some type of table or some patterns. So let's see the general syntax about this nested loops. We have our condition, for instance, the for loops that we will try again another for loops inside. We have already see these loops in the previous videos. So in general, this a way. We can also have a loop condition like another one inside, like for if or while inside for, or even if inside for, or for inside while. So all possibility are okay. So let's see this one. For instance, we have a for loops, as you can see here, where we try this, we call it as the outer loops, and we have another one which one we can call the inner loops, as you can see inside. So when we try to print this pattern, is mean each time he takes a value of I, try to do times the value of j. Okay, so when we try to print this, you can see we can easily get a form of matrix. As you can see, this can be called as a matrix or a multidimensional arrays, which we will learn later. So this will help you to understand how to easily print a table or types of matrix or any patterns. So as you can see here, we have another types that we try to print some type of patterns that looks like triangle, for instance. So this is good pretext to see how we can use nested loops to create some patterns. For instance, a rectangle, a triangle, or even a circle, using this only two conditions. The first one is the for loops, as you can see, which increment from 1 into 5, and each time he tried to print one pattern and give a space, as you can see. So he go print this one, and we print go to line. This system out print line is the one who help us to print and go at the second line. Print this one, go again to the follow the next line. Okay, and as you can see, this one sometimes we use it to print also the matrix, which will be very important to understand when you are trying to print a multidimensional array like 2D arrays. So this another one who try to do the reverse. So here, rather than do I plus plus, we do I minus minus. Which one is it? From 5, the big one, we print 5 star, as you can see here. Then we go at the line. You see, so all this is a good practice for beginner to see how to manipulate and handle a nested loops. Okay, so we can also use nested loop. As I say here, we will try some condition by checking the while loops to check if this g value is less or equal to 3, and we try to also print the calculation, and it will give us this value. Print I is the value get, and j this one. So another example of nested loop where we have while loops inside the for loops. Okay, so sometimes the mistake student did is that they forget that this equal that we have also learned this kind of operator, which is greater or equal, or this one. Sometimes they make a mistake, because if you say equal, less or equal, is mean the last. And for instance, if it is until 5, so we can reach 5, but mean we cannot be go more than 5 items. For instance, this one is say I should not be more than 3. So after he gets the condition 4, this condition is not satisfied because 4 is not less than 3. It's not satisfied. So be careful about when you check the level of less or equal. Okay, so now we do some practical example to try to understand this kind of nesting loops. So we want to write a program to generate 3 patterns using nesting loops. For instance, multiplication table from 1 to 10. We have also some right angle triangle of stars and a square of star 5 times 5. So first, let's see the pseudocode. So this we try to explain as we told you last time. We want that you think about the code design before trying to implement. If you understand this way, you will never get problem about coding because you will always understand the algorithm. And anyone who write a good algorithm, what we call here the pseudocode, you can easily transform this one to a programming language. So here we see for I is equal to 1 to 10. We do it mean we want to use 4 loops, and we will use the condition to control it. Same thing here, we use it to control, then we print I time j, as you can see here, with tab spacing. It means we will put some line to make some space between this what we write here, print new lines, as you can see. So then for this one also we can do in the similar way. We also have this one for I 1 to 5. We do, then we print the star we want. So let's see this one by creating by transforming the first condition to see how we can write it in Java, and still we use our command line console. Until now we didn't start using the IDE. As I told you last time, that the best way to handle the programming is to try to write it yourself, try to compile it yourself and run it yourself, so that you can easily understand how the compilation is done and where exactly you get the error. Because if it is IDE, he will practically show you the error, or he will give you the error that you have to read and you will easily know. So this is the best way for beginner. Of course, we still are in chapter 1. That means this for really for basic student or for someone who have never do programming or but related to what you call Java. So let's see the first one, that you want to create our pattern generator for the table. Let's see. For instance, you can call it class, public class. I call it pattern generator, for instance, so that since it's the lab related to this generator. Okay, then our environment that will help us to print. Okay, let's close so that I don't forget. Then what we say in the pseudocode, we say for the loops, we want to use for loops. For int is 1. We just transform the pseudocode, as I say. Let's go to 5, then we increment. Here also don't forget, some students they do like this, and it's not this one, is the dot, is the comma of the dot point. So then we do this one I times, all right, we open our first loops. Then what we say, we have another one, the 4. I can easily copy, then I change the incrementation, the variable here, and this time is a j, also less than, then j plus plus, right. Then what we do now, sorry, we will have another condition. Let's see if everything is good. Then since we want to print the pattern, the protocol say we check the if condition. You see here we have for loops inside loops and another if inside the for loops. For I go to 1 or, you see the or that is in the pseudocode. The or we have learned it, this mean or in the operator, what we have learned in previous video, right? Then or again is the notation is this one. Now the same thing just for the another variable that is our j, right? Then now the condition is okay. We can now say system out print, so that we don't need to go at the line. We print our star, as you can see. We give a space, we close the print. Then this for the data pin, else what will print? Else it will print again. This is just our pseudocode that we just explained. We print some space, as you can see here. Okay, then finally the print go to the line, print ln go at the line for the second loop. So let's see if everything is closed. This one first, we have this is not closing, this one is for this. Here's the first loops close here, second loops, this one. So anyway, when we try to compile, we'll see. So now let's go to the file where we have the pattern. Then we go to cmd to compile, as you can see here. So let's call our java c to compile. The file name is pattern.java. So if there's no error, you will see everything. If no, you will see the line where there's error. So you sure, oh, you see void, you see how it, what I tell you, that is very good to always try to write on id. If it's now is id on the text editor, if it's the id, will show you. So here's the void, I put f and it should be d. He showed me exactly where. So error, and also system out print, here is this line. So let's check exactly. First void is this one, then system out print, okay, else system out print. Then so let's check again now where it will save first, then we call them to see again where we get error. So he told me here there's 4 error, pattern error package system. Oh, is as you can see here, because we have one, as you can see here, package system does not exist. So that's mean here when we are trying to call this public class, he will tell us at which line again, line 4. So let's see here at line 4, public static void main. Oh, this is even not that big. Okay, public static void main string r. So let's see, this one is closed, this one is closed, the first for I, this is closed, this is also closed, right, correctly. So system out print, so he's telling, let's check again, he said this one, so he don't know this name, system out print. So as you know, our system out print, what we do usually, we show you exactly how it is show the error. So as you can see, it's because the system out print, usually you see I use the lowercase s, and as we know it should be uppercase s. So system, here also system, you see how text editor is good. You are learning same time, you don't have, if it's the id he will show directly. Then now we compile again. So let's compile again. Now we see no error, that means the pattern dot class has been creating. So we can now run it by calling out java pattern It's not anymore Java C, it's just Java because I have already compiled. And now pattern generator, we have learned this in the first video. Then you see, and we get the pattern exactly as what the code say, as you can see. So that is what I want to show you. And as you can see, we successfully reached this result without any error. So let's come back to the pseudocode. As you can see, we have just tried to transform the pseudocode. What he said for the, don't forget, this was the pseudocode that we try for the multiplication and try to get a pattern. Similar we can do for this one. So that is, for instance, what we have tried to do. And thank you for this one. After this first chapter, we try to go forth. So for summary, as you can see, nesting loop in a simple way is a loop inside another loop. It will help to try to run compile for each out iteration. And as I say, we usually use this kind of nesting loop when we want to print like matrix or table or multidimensional data. So that is all for today. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you, and see you for the next video.